Before we get to the unmasking, we have something else to reveal. El Mago Jr. isn't who you've been told he is. He is not El Mago's son, and we can prove it now. Doesn't look like he's from around here, huh? That's because El Mago Sr. hired him to play the role. It was all a scheme to capitalize on his own notoriety, to lie to you, and steal your hard-earned money. Let him go. He's already brought enough shame upon himself. No need to unmask him and pile on. But if these fine people here want to let him know he's a fraud, I'd be okay with that. Fraude, fraude, fraude.
That was a statement win for our NXT North American champion.
I agree, Corey. What a victory.
What the heck's going on?
There's some kind of commotion in the ring, but I can't make out what's happening.
There's your answer. The Toll Man has delivered a strong and clear message. Doomsday has officially arrived.
The NXT North American champion told Karrion Kross to get in line, and apparently he didn't want to wait.
Tick-tock.
Let's hear what our brand new NXT champion has to say.
I stand here before you tonight as proof that a lot can happen in 5 minutes. That's all the time it took from my life and the course of NXT history to be changed forever. And whether you like me or not, I can promise you one thing. You're gonna get a whole lot more than 5 minutes of me.
Hold on.
We know what this means.
We thought we were about to see Demon Finn Balor, but what is this?
It appears to be some kind of demon spawn, for lack of a better term.
Whatever it is, it can't be good for the NXT champion.
And these demon minions are swarming the champion.
They're tearing him to pieces.
This was clearly a message from Finn Balor that their issue is far from over.
Himself, Finn Balor, here to survey the damage that his minions delivered.
And those minions just scattered, like even they were afraid of the demon. I've never seen anything like this.
Our NXT champion thought he'd conquered Finn Balor, thought that he had dethroned the Prince, but now he's dealing with an entirely different beast.
That's right, Corey. And from what we just witnessed, I think we might be looking at a very short NXT Championship reign. He looks to be out for revenge after Oney Lorcan borrowed his phone.
Hey, we still don't know if it was Lorcan who posted all that stuff.
We know.
From behind!
You think you're real funny, huh? Well, good luck trying to post anything now.
I guess we won't be hearing from Oney Lorcan on social media for a bit.
Good.
I hope he had insurance.
And now the NXT champion looks to be in complete control of this match.
Despite all the outside noise, he's locked in tonight.
It's Johnny Gargano, and he's all over the champion.
Gargano's lost it.
Wouldn't you, after everything the champion has said about Candice LeRae?
Speaking of Candice, it looks like she's here too.
And she didn't come empty-handed.
Candice LeRae is going to get some revenge on the champion for all the lies and disparaging remarks.
How do you know they're lies?
Wait, what is Dakota Kai doing here?
Well, apparently she sided with the champion in all this.
Dakota nails Candice with a chair.
Low blow to Gargano.
I can't believe these two are working together. DDT out of the chair.
We've seen Dakota Kai chime in on the champion's claims on social media, but now she just took her support to a whole new level.
I don't know about anyone else, but I'd really like some answers right now.
Whether there's any truth to all this or it's simply just mind games from the champion, it's certainly taking a toll on NXT's first couple. And the NXT champion takes control, Irish whipping Gargano into his corner.
Hold on, it looks like Dakota Kai is trying to remove the opposite turnbuckle pad.
Maybe she's fixing it.
Luckily, the referee saw her and will put an end to this cheating immediately.
Speaking of cheating, Candice LeRae now getting involved.
Candice LeRae with the jawbreaker.
And Gargano nails the super kick.
We have a new NXT champion. Johnny Gargano has done it again.
What a moment after all he's been through.
But it didn't happen without some level of controversy. Gargano's wife, Candice LeRae, now handing him the NXT championship, and that's exactly what she did when she got involved in the match.
Dakota Kai would have done the exact same thing or worse. It doesn't take anything away from Gargano's win.
The former champion from behind.
And Candice gets sent flying off the apron.
She hit pretty hard.
And suddenly for Johnny Gargano, jubilation turns to concern for his wife.
We all just hope she's okay.
Maybe we do, but the now former champion looks content to have gotten some form of payback on the first couple of NXT, intentional or not.
I have a feeling this is far from over between these three.
An impressive win here tonight, but don't forget he now has to face Keith Lee.
Before I get to my next match against Keith Lee, I have a few things I'd like to discuss. Hang on a second. Just let me gather my thoughts real quick.
Gather your thoughts or stall before you have to face a rested and motivated Keith Lee.
Okay, where was I? Like any top superstar would, I did my homework on Keith Lee in preparation for tonight's match. And I learned some very interesting things. See, this man is full of hashtags and motivational catchphrases, but it's all a bunch of lies. He's never lived up to a single one of them. Like, did you know that Keith Lee stole his parents' car when he was first leaving home to become a wrestler? I guess Grand Theft Auto is the true definition of limitless. Speaking of Keith's parents, turns out they didn't even want him to get into wrestling. They wanted him to continue playing football, but instead he quit, turning his back on his team and a free education that millions would die for. I doubt any of his coaches or teammates felt like basking in his glory after that. But after reading more and more about Keith Lee's backstory, one thing became clear. This is a pattern. He's always taken the easy way out, finding people who buy into his phony persona and enable him to receive countless opportunities after failing over and over again. Like, for instance, how he failed to make the cut at the Performance Center 3 times before he was bailed out by William Regal, who, to this day, continues to give him chance after chance when all he does is squander them. But this pattern really first started with Keith Lee's grandmother, who introduced him to wrestling as a young boy in Texas. While I can't go back and fix the giant mistake she made, I can put an end to it now. So Keith Lee, come on out here so I can expose you for what you really are. A fake, a liar, a failure, and soon to be
Wait a second.
former WWE superstar.
Keith Lee sends him flying to the floor.
Talk about a man's family and grandmother, and this is what you get.
Keith Lee's on a rampage. He snapped. Someone needs to stop him.
If anyone can talk some sense into Keith Lee, it's NXT General Manager William Regal.
And finally, it looks like cooler heads are prevailing.
He may have taken a beating, but I think this is what he wanted. He got inside Keith Lee's head, and now he has an important mental edge going into whatever their next encounter is.
Keith Lee is as tough mentally as he is physically. I'm not sure that strategy is going to work.
Did you not just see what happened? I think it's already proven extremely effective.
Hang on, the NXT champion has company.
We saw him invite Walter to come to NXT on social media, and apparently he made the trip over.
And it looks like Walter didn't make the trip alone. It's Imperium.
The NXT champion is in big trouble here.
I'd say so. He's outnumbered 4-1.
Wait a second. It's British Strong Style.
And they're taking the fight to Imperium.
This is now an even 4-on-4 fight.
The NXT champion is going head-to-head with Walter.
Was this a coordinated effort between the champion and British Strong Style?
No idea, but it's working.
Into the steel steps.
You have to imagine this is only the beginning of the war between these two sides.
This is NXT's version of the British invasion.
And our champion is caught directly in the middle of it.
Unfortunately, we're out of time, but stay tuned to WWE social media for updates on this developing situation.
Here's your update. They're going to keep fighting until next week.